Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In yesterday video, I discussed about IAM module in the AWS Amazon Web Service, and I taught you how to create our own policy, how to create our own policy, and how to attach this policy to our user, and how to check whether this policy permissions is working is working or not. Yesterday we saw the creation of own policy and attaching our own policy to the user. Now, in this video also, I will teach you how to create our own policy with the condition, with another option called condition guys. What I will show you in this video means I will create one policy, guys. I will create one policy with the condition called I will attach, I will attach, I will attach one condition to the policy. Like condition is nothing here. What condition I will add means here I will attach one condition called Mumbai region, guys. Mumbai region. Here, in the place of policy, in the service option, I mean resource option, I will select one module called S3 module. I will select here in the resource option. After selecting this S3 module, I will check all the condition is to all the condition to work with user, and in the condition place, I will check only in Mumbai region, guys. I will consider only in Mumbai region. Why, how it works in only Mumbai region means, how this Mumbai region will work means, after creating user, after creating user, we have to attach this policy, right? We have to attach this policy. This policy contains condition along with the resources. It contains also one condition called only Mumbai region. So here, after attaching this policy to the user, you will create one user and you will get username and password you will get. Username and password you will get. After login with this username and password, you need to check whether that S3 resource is working or not in this user login. In this user login, we have to check whether this S3 service is working for this user or not. We have to check. After while checking, if you select apart from another region, if you select apart from Mumbai region, it will not work, guys. It will not work. It will show errors. Why? Because it will show errors means here we mentioned only Mumbai region. Here we mentioned if you use in another region this S3 service by this user, it will not work. Why? Because we are setting one condition called only Mumbai region. This is the overall concept what I will show you now in practical way in AWS, guys. This is the one practical demo and demonstrate what exactly I am performing now in AWS IAM module, guys. Now, now let's move to our AWS Amazon console. Let's move to our console, guys. Here, see, this is the my console, right? And I am moving to our IAM module. In previous three videos, you know how to create user and how to move to IAM module and how to create user. All these things you know. Now I will show you some bit fast how to create user. I am shifting to IAM module. I am opening in the new tab. Here I am moving to IAM module. Here it is showing that policy option, guys. Here it is showing policies. We have to click this policy. We have to click this policy. you have to click this policy. And after clicking this policy, right, is not there. This is the policy. These are the we have customer managed policy, AWS managed policy with job function, and AWS managed policies. Actually, this customer managed policy comes under our whatever policy we create by our own, that comes under customer managed. And AWS managed job function comes based on the jobs, standard jobs in the marketplace. And the AWS managed this policy is nothing but by default, AWS will provide some of the policies to us to use for our users, guys. Now, I am creating my own policy with a condition called Mumbai region. Here it is showing create a policy. You just click that create policy, and after clicking that create a policy, here it is asking that a service. In which service we have to add that policy, for what service we have to add that policy. Here in the service place, I am selecting S3 service. Here I am selecting. In the case of S3, here it is showing allow option and deny option. Here I am using the allow option, guys. Allow option. Deny is nothing but denying the all the access on S3. But here I am attaching allow option, and all S3 actions I am selecting. Whatever actions we can perform in S3, that all actions I am allowing to this user. And here, and here resources also I am selecting the all resources in the S3. Here, here in request conditions, you observe these request conditions. We have to click these request conditions. After clicking these request conditions, you observe here requested from IP address, user is MFA authenticated. And here you can observe this request from IP address is nothing but if you want to allocate this policy on specific IP address, in specific IP address, if you want to allocate this policy, you have to use this request from IP address list. If you want to use this policy based on the MFA authenticated, here, here MFA stands for multi-factor authentication, guys. If you want to use this policy by that user, we have to, it will multi-factor authentication generate one code, and that code you have to use. Then only it will work, guys. It is nothing but only IP address we have to mention here. Based on that IP address, it will work. Whatever in which IP address we have to work with this user, we can mention that IP address here. Now, our topic here it is we have to add the conditions to this policy. I am clicking this add another condition. I am clicking this add another condition. After clicking this add another condition, it is showing that condition key you have to select it. Here, the condition key is, if you scroll down, the condition key here it is AWS requested region, guys. AWS requested region. Here, what we are doing here, I hope you understand why I selected only requested region means. I mentioned that I have to allocate this policy to the only Mumbai region. Only Mumbai region I want to allocate this policy. So if you want to allocate only Mumbai region here, you have to select in the condition key as requested region you have to select it. You have to select requested region in the conditions key. Then after next, It is asking that qualifier, it is asking qualifier. In the place of qualifier, we have to select for all values in request, guys. All values in request we have to select. And in the case of operator, in the case of operator, we have to select string equals to string equals. What exactly this string equal means? See, you are you are showing that AWS S3 service policy will work only in Mumbai region, right? Only in Mumbai region we have to work. This string equals is nothing but this string here it is Mumbai region. Whatever a region whatever region you mention here, that if it is region is equal to this string is equal to this region, for all values in the request, it will work, guys. It will work all values in the request based on this region. String here it is nothing but equals. It is checking that whether our string is equal to this region or not. That is the reason why I got selected here. String equals to requested region for all values in the request. Here, here in the place of value, in the place of value, in the place of value, you have to select AP South 1, AP, AP South 1. This is the AP South 1 is the one of the region in the Mumbai, guys. If you observe the in regions places now, I will show you after this slide. AP South 1 is the one of the region in Mumbai. So it will work only in Mumbai region. Now, now we have to select this add condition. See, here it is added one condition called A AWS requested region string equals to AP South 1. If you observe here, see Asia Pacific Mumbai region code here it is AP South 1. So that is the reason why I mentioned AP South 1 as a region. If it is this string equals to means if AP South 1 is equal to our resource, then it will work for all the values. Otherwise, it will not work for the all the values, guys. Now I added one condition here. Now I added one condition here, and I am clicking this next option. Here it is showing the next option. I'm using this next option. See, here it is asking the name of the policy. Here it is asking policy name. I am giving here it is uh, S3 policy with condition. This is the name I am providing to this policy, guys. S3 policy with condition name I am providing. And the description is optional. And this is the service full access all resources. Condition here it is only in AP South 1 region only. And the tags optional. And here it is showing create policy. Create policy. The policy got created here. Policy S3 with the condition policy got created. Now I have to create one user in IAM module and I have to attach whatever policy we created right now. That policy I have to attach to that user and I have to check after logging with that user. Now I will move to again IAM. Here users I have to select here. Here users is nothing but here users. Here users column you saw that You have to click that users option. You have to create one user. Here, create user. I am creating one user, guys. Here, I am creating one user with the name of S3 user. S3 user with condition. This is this is the name I am providing condition for this user. S3 user with condition, guys. This is the username I am providing. And here provide user access. You have this all in previous three videos I explained you all these steps. I want to create an IAM user, and here I am using auto generated password, and users must create new password. I am unchecking this one. It is not mandatory, and if in organization it is mandatory, but now we are practicing, right? Is not that much recommended. I am clicking this next option. Here in the place of permissions options, here I am attaching the policy. Whatever policy I created right now in customer managed policy. These are the policy. This is the policy right now we created. S3 policy with condition. This policy I am going to select for this user, and I am clicking the next option. See, now this is the review and review. This is the review screen, and I am creating the user, and I am creating the user. See, you can view and download the user's passport. User created successfully. Your user got successfully created successfully. Now I have to log in with this user, and I have to check whether that policy permission is working only in Mumbai region or other regions also. I have to check it. For that, I have to log in with this username and password in one more browser. I mean, I am moving to incognito window. Here I am logging with AWS Management Console. Sign in. After signing in, IAM user account ID you have to provide. This is the my alias name for my account ID. Username here it is. This is the S3 user with the condition. This is the username. I am providing here with username and a passport here it is. See, console passport. This is the passport. AWS automatically generated this passport, and I am copying this passport. I am pasting it here. See, sign in option. See, now we are in the S3 user with condition. We are in this user. We are in this user S3 user with condition user. This is the username. Now we are logged into this new user called S3 user with condition. I provided one policy here. With this, for this user, I provided one policy, S3 policy with a condition in Mumbai region that I have to check. In search bar, you click that S3, you click this S3, just open link in new tab, S3, move to S3 module, S3 service. Here, just click this Mumbai region. Here it is showing that create a bucket. Here it is showing create a bucket. I am creating one bucket. Bucket is nothing but a folder, guys. In S3, in AWS terminology, folder we call it as bucket. Here I am mentioning the one random name here I am choosing. See, here we are in the Mumbai region right now. Right now we are in the Mumbai region. Right now we are in the Mumbai region. See, region is Mumbai region, and I am creating one bucket with this name, with this random name. I am creating this bucket, create a bucket, create a bucket. I am creating. See, here successfully created a bucket with this random name. It is successfully created. Why? Because we only choose the condition called only Mumbai region. So in Mumbai region it is creating. Now I will change the region and again I will create one more bucket. Whether it is creating or it is showing error, that I will show you now. Now again I will create one more bucket in another region. Now I am selecting. Here again I am creating here in the place of Mumbai region, I will select here Singapore region. Region as a Singapore. Region as a Singapore I am selecting here. I am creating the bucket. Create a bucket. See, here it is showing region is Singapore AP Southeast one as a code for Singapore region. Here I am mentioning the one random name I am giving here, and I'm scrolling down and I am creating this bucket, create a bucket option, create a bucket option. I am clicking. See, after creating a bucket in Singapore region, it is failed to create a bucket. Why it is failed to create a bucket here means in the in the case of policy, here in the case of policy we got selected only. In the case of policy, we selected S3 policy with condition. Here, we attached one policy called S3 full access policy with the condition called AP South Mumbai region. This is the condition we provide. If this condition is equal to, if this string Mumbai is just one string, right? It is one group of characters. We call it as a string. If this string is equal to Mumbai, then only it will create buckets. It will work this S3 service. Suppose if that string is not equal to Mumbai, it will not work, guys. I hope you got it. What exactly policy with a condition. This is the policy with a condition if you want to work with IAM user. See, if you select a Singapore region apart from Mumbai, it is showing failed to create the bucket. If it is a Mumbai region, it is showing the success. Bucket creation is success. That is the all about a condition, guys. Condition in policy. That is all about a condition in the policy, guys. I hope you understand. Till now we discussed, till now related to IAM module, we discussed at first we created one user and we generated one AWS automatically generated passport we chosen and we attached AWS managed policy. Already policies, whatever AWS is providing, that policies we got selected here and we are using that policy, and after login with that user, we are checking that policy is permission is working or not. Policy is nothing but set of permissions. And next again, in next video, we created one more user called EC2 user, and we created one passport, own passport we created, and we are used is policy with EC2 permission. And after login, we check that EC2 permission is working for this user or not. And again, we saw that we created one more user called S3 user we created, and we created one passport for that user. And in the case of policy, without selecting AWS managed policy, we created our own policy. We created our own policy with S3 permissions, and we attached that own policy to that user, attached for this user. And after login with this user, we check that S3 permissions is working or not. I hope you're getting my point, whatever I'm teaching. And again I created one more user in today video. Again I created one more user, and I created one passport for this user. And with the help of own policy, I attached one more option called condition as a option. Here, one extra feature I added here for AWS own policy called condition. Here I attached one condition called Mumbai region. And I attached this policy to this user. After attaching this policy to this user, and I log in with this user, and I checked whether this condition is working properly or not. I checked whether this condition is working properly or not. If it is working means only in Mumbai region it will work, in another region it will won't work. These are the conditions or different cases we created IAM user, and we managed and we attached policy and checking. See, you will get one doubt why we need to create these all users, and why we need to attach policies, and why we need to log in with these new users. If you got the doubt means, for that doubt, I have a solution. See, why we need to create users. In introduction video also I explained why we need users. See guys, in organization guys, if you take one organization called abc.com, abc.com as one organization name, and in organization we have one team, AWS team we have, and for this AWS team, here we have four members. We have four members. And first member is the admin of this team, and the user one is the admin of the team, and user two we have, user three we have, user four we have. This admin have to allocate work to the remaining users two, three, four, right? This admin have to allocate work to the remaining users 2, 3, and 4 guys. User 2 and user 3 and user 4. He have to allocate some of the work to these users. If you want to allocate work for these remaining users, he have to uh, he have to create username, and he have to create one username and credentials to. If you want to give some work to this specific user called user 2, if you want to give one work to user 2, we have to create some credentials called username and password, and you have to give this user 2, and the user 2 can do work with using this username and password. I hope you got it guys. By using username and password, he will log in with this username and password, and he will do work whatever assigned to him. So here why we need permissions means, see, admin decided that user 2 want to work only in storage related work. Admin uh, admin gave one work to the user 2 called storage related work guys. Storage related work he assigned to the user 2 by admin. And for user 3, admin allocated work related to EC2 module guys. Based on the EC2 module, He allocated one work to the user 3. He assigned EC2 module work to the user 3 by admin, guys. See, user 2 is a storage related work and user 3 is a servers related work, right? See, if user 3 wants to access this user 2 service, he is unable to access that user 2 service, guys. Why? Because here only this storage service only we provided only for user 2, not for user 3. This user 3 will not go to user 2 credentials, and he will not able to log in with these credentials. Even though if you log in with this user 2 credentials, he is unable to work with this storage systems, guys. He is unable to work with this storage service related services. Why? Because user 3 is provided easy to servers related work, and user 2 is allocated only storage related work. If you want to keep it in secure between these two users, we are using called term called policies. In AWS, we call it as policies. It is nothing but policies is nothing but set of permissions. This is the reason why AWS come up with a module called IAM module. It is standard for Identity Access Management to create user. The main purpose of this module is user management module. We call it as user management module. Why? Because we are creating the users and we are assigning the credentials and we are assigning the permissions and we are managing the users. That is the reason why AWS come up with the module called IAM module, stands for Identity Access Management, guys. This is all about IAM module, guys. Practically one video I told you that complete information related to IAM I discussed with you. And coming that four videos, I taught you that practical sessions related to IAM user, how to create user and how to log in with that user, how to create policies, how to attach conditions. That all I shown you in that four videos. That's all about IAM module, guys. If I have any some extra information related to that IAM, that I will post you in coming videos, guys. This is all about IAM module for now, guys. Thank you, guys. If you like my video, please subscribe to the my channel, guys, and click the bell icon. Then you will get notifications whenever I upload a new video. You can watch without missing any video, guys. And in case if your friends is looking to learn AWS and Python, please suggest my channel to them. They can learn with free, full of course they can learn with free of cost, guys. Just internet is required and patience and consistency is required, guys. Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow.